since January 18th, 2021. She has not actually called my phone to talk to me and to reach out to me. And so to think, like, as a mom, I don't know if she's safe. I don't know if she's okay. I want to just hug her. I just want to know that she's... But even if she were to tell me I'm fine, everything's fine, I know it's not fine. Yeah. Because nobody goes from the person she was. Anybody that knows her knows the kind of person she was. And if you ever asked, what is the most important thing in life, she would say her family.
21st, it just keeps popping up. I know my mom has been stuck on January 21st, and a lot of you have been saying that I cut off all communication completely with my family. I just want to say that that is a complete lie. Has there been less communication? Yes, because we are going through a lot. But to say that I cut off complete communication is a lie. Proof of phone calls, I have voice memos proving that we have talked.
Love you. We're excited to see you in person. Okay. More details to come. But yeah, we're gonna have a family meeting. Bye, guys.
Without letting me know. She said that I left her stranded with other brand deals that we did. I didn't get paid for the brand deals that we did when we were together. And honestly, that's the reason why I was just over working together as Wilking sisters. Because if it's not gonna be an equal partnership, I don't wanna be your employee. I wanna be your partner in this business. I was also logged out of our TikTok account completely. I had no access to it. So I'm thinking, if I have no access to our account, what more do we have to talk about? She asked if she could put out a statement on our Wilking Sisters page.
Hey everyone! So many of you have noticed that Miranda and I have not been in videos together lately, and I've been getting a lot of messages asking where she's at, what's going on, all of that. So I'm here to let you know that Miranda has chosen to pursue some other opportunities at this time and just take a little break from the Wilking Sisters brand. I will still be here making videos. My goal is to always put a smile on your face, and you know, sometimes you just need a little change. And Miranda's still my best friend. I love her so much. I will always support her, and I just hope that I can have all of your support on this new journey.
Hey friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, April 25th, 2024. I have a quick update for you all. If you've checked my community tab, you know that I made an announcement yesterday about a new docu-series that's coming to Netflix. That was a production I was involved in, and I wanted to just give you a quick update about a situation that's been going on for more than 2 years, and how on May 29th, 2024, a lot of the questions that I have been getting for over 2 years, since February of 2022, will be answered in a docu-series by Netflix. So many of you remember that back in 2022, in the March and February timeframe, I had made a couple videos on this channel and did quite a bit of reporting over on my Instagram related to an alleged cult called 7M Films or Management Group and a church called Shekinah Church. The group involved a bunch of dancers that were fairly well known on TikTok, as well as professional dancers that had been on tour with performers like Janet Jackson, Gwen Stefani, Beyonce. These were people that were well known in the dance industry and had really good credits. And these were also individuals that are on So You Think You Can Dance, World of Dance, and Ellen of Ellen DeGeneres would feature these dancers, some of them, on her show, the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and they were friends with her DJ. So over several months of my reporting, there was a lot that came out. The reporting started because a family, Kelly and Dean Wilkins and Melanie Wilkins, came forward in an Instagram video and let their public know that they were concerned about their daughter, Miranda.
Someone asked, how did she get involved in this group? And it was, again, something...
These were friends of
But
James.
But there is also
dancers,
dancers, and there's
videos.
also finding out you have to be invited. And this is a religious organization that's
Gated.
gated. I personally have been, even on this trip here, have been to the front of that. I press the button. I see the cars in the parking lot. It's gated. And I say, to the ring, my daughter's in there. Can you please send Miranda out? I'd like to talk to her. I would like to see my daughter. And nothing. I press it like 4 times. I sit there for a while. Nothing. It's behind a gate.
Oh, so sorry. James is her husband.
Yeah.
B dash. James.
Right.
His real name is James. So if we say James, that's who we mean. But yeah, and
The
thank you,
silence
Ricky, for saying that all the dancers that she dances with primarily with, we do see that they have danced with others, but the primary group are all victims of this religious organization.
And someone asks about what's the name of the company, the management company they're with, you can kind of see it on their socials.
Yeah,
You
and
can
all
see
in
it on
bios,
their
it's,
bios. They're all the same.
All the same.
It's all the same.
Is she in danger? Somebody says. I don't know.
That Instagram Live was done at the end of February of 2022. In that video is Dean Wilking, Melanie Wilking, who's in the center, and Kelly Wilking. Dean and Kelly are the parents. Melanie is Miranda's younger sister. And they were discussing how Miranda had gotten involved with this religious organization, who's also a management group, and that they had been cut off from communication. They were not being able to access her, that she had changed quite dramatically, that they were worried about her, that she had gotten married without telling anyone, that, she missed her grandfather's funeral. There was a lot in there, and Melanie even discussed how she had initially gotten involved and was invited to this group, and when she missed a single event on I don't know if it was a Sunday or a church service, and she couldn't attend, she was basically told she couldn't come anymore because she had to be at every service. And she said that she felt like there was something off. When Melanie removed herself from the group, she tried to remove her sister with her and say, come on, let's go, this isn't right. And Miranda stayed with her boyfriend, who was James B. who was on World of Dance with his dance partner, Kevin Davis, who goes by Concrete. Concrete is a established and pretty well-known crump dancer, and he also was recently, just this last year, on tour with Beyonce. So there was a group that was all involved in this, and they were all saying that they were trapped in a cult with this pastor and a group of people that were controlling everything that they did. Those were the allegations. So we started investigating it. I did, along with other people, and the story began going viral. And a lot started to come out. And the man at the helm, or in charge of all of it, was a pastor, former doctor named Robert Shin, and a group of associates underneath him that appeared to be, as the Wilking said, controlling the lives of the dancers. And as I was reporting it, a lot of you started asking me questions about what was going on. We uncovered a lot of information. We learned about, a previous group of people that had sued him. We learned about different allegations that related to alleged SA fraud. He was sued in California for brainwashing and theft. I mean, not theft, but a woman said that she had been coerced into giving him $4 million. That lawsuit was eventually dismissed, and she did not win due to a variety of issues: statute of limitations, unclean hands, and freedom of speech. So he was using that he had freedom of religion and that he hadn't coerced anyone. So he denied that he had brainwashed this woman into giving all this money. Her lawsuit contained all of these allegations of, alleged forced marriages, people controlling bank accounts, tons. And it sounded very similar to what Melanie and Kelly and Dean had been saying in this Instagram Live. As I was getting on this, I established a relationship with the Wilkings and Melanie, and we would promote information, put out it as we found it, put out info as we discovered about Robert's background, about the church's background, and it became something where dancers, producers, choreographers in the industry all started talking about this issue. And by mid-March, I was approached by a production company, WV Entertainment, which is Wilmer Valderrama Entertainment. It's his production company. And I was approached by the producer, executive producer of the non-scripted, Jessica Acevedo, and a choreographer that's well known in the industry, Tim Milgram. And Tim and Jessica asked me to be involved in this docu-series. They really wanted to elevate the story and bring it to a larger audience to help the Wilkings gain access to Miranda, but also other family members that were impacted by this situation. Within a month, literally a month and a half of my reporting, Robert filed a lawsuit against me. So a lot of people will ask me, why were you sued? What's this lawsuit about? Well, Robert Shin and Miranda and James, they filed a lawsuit against me in the state of Minnesota, which is still pending. And they alleged that I was defaming them and trying to ruin their careers, and that my reporting was all lies and defamation, and I was slandering them, and that I wasn't sourcing any information. And really, the crux of it was, in my experience, based on what I've gone through in this lawsuit since 2022, is that they were really after where I was at with the production company. So who was I working with? What network was it going to be on? Who was involved? What was my contact with the Wilkings? What kind of relationship did I have with them? What kind of information was I getting from them? You know, it was, we want to see your contract. We want to know if you're working with Netflix. We want to know who it is. And publicly, I couldn't say anything. One, I couldn't say what production company I was working with. Two, I couldn't say the network that we were working with. And three, I could not disclose the details of this production publicly until it was announced by Netflix, which it was announced yesterday. So this is coming to Netflix on May 29th, 2024. I have been working on this series since the inception of this. I've been there the whole time. My role in the series is mixed. You'll see a little bit of me on camera, and you'll also, but the bulk of my work was actually behind the scenes. And I did a lot of the work for the archives of records. So that's what I've been doing off camera, when you guys don't see me here, or off audio, I guess, has been this behind the scenes project that I can now tell you I'm involved in. This is something I was 100% involved in. You will see my names in the credits, and it will be coming to you on May 29th, 2024. This lawsuit with Robert that he filed against me, he also filed it against former other bloggers and 2 former members in California, and then a group of dancers that left him in after reporting went viral are suing him now. And so he's getting sued for human trafficking, fraud, unjust enrichment, sexual battery, gender violence, human trafficking, aiding and abetting human trafficking. There's a lot. And again, all allegations. And that lawsuit in California is still pending. And the story, I can't tell you anything about what you're going to see, but just know that it took a lot of care and it took a lot of work. And the producers on this series were so kind, so compassionate, really worked with the victims and the ex-members to help them feel comfortable telling their stories. What you're going to see is people being extremely vulnerable, and they're going to be sharing trauma that has never been revealed before. And what I have reported publicly hasn't really, it's scratched the surface, but you're going to get more in this in terms of hearing directly from people. And those individuals that did come forward are so brave, so courageous for doing this. And I do hope that as a part of this, their voices are heard and that any justice that they seek can be found. I hope that this will help bridge relationships. Perhaps people will finally get out and leave and reunite with their families. Perhaps there could be some sort of criminal investigation. I don't really know, but the hope is that by telling their stories, there will be action that can happen. And I would not have been able to do this project without Wilmer Valderrama's production company and his executive producer, Jessica, who was so dedicated and completely compassionate and empathetic and worked diligently to make this happen. So, and then the director is Derek Doreen. He has done other work. And then the other production company is Dirty Robber, who has previously made films and series for Netflix. And the entire group was tremendous and so compassionate. And I think you're going to enjoy it. And I hope that it opens your eyes to what is out there and the potential predators that are there in this industry looking to prey on people. My lawsuit is ongoing, and I expect that once this is released, it's going to certainly change things. I don't know if additional legal action will take place. I don't know if this pastor is going to sue Netflix. I don't know if they're going to sue the director, the executive producer, if they're going to sue Wilmer's production company. But he has been fairly litigious in this, and I would anticipate that could happen. I don't anticipate that my lawsuit will go very far after this comes out, and that's why I've been pretty confident that, and haven't been worried about the lawsuit. And there's been a lot of very negative videos and negative people about me and this lawsuit and how I'm harming this group, and it couldn't be further from the truth. And I hope you all will have an opportunity to watch this on Netflix and see in your own eyes and hear from the people in their own words what they've experienced, because it's truly heartbreaking, and none of this should be happening, in my opinion, in 2024. And if you're wondering, Miranda is still very much a part of the group, and even though she is seen in photographs and in videos with her family now, she still does not have full control of her life. She still is not out of the group. She's still dedicated to the group, and the family has a relatively superficial relationship with her at this time. But there's always hope that she will eventually find her way out into a new life. So I'm super proud of the work that this group has accomplished. I'm super proud of the victims and the former members that are going to be a part of this, and I'm proud to have played a role in my work as a consultant for the series. So that's what I have for now. I really hope you take a moment to watch this when it comes out, and we'll continue to do updates on the story in the coming weeks. Thank y'all for watching. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and click on the bell so you never miss a video. Bye guys.